What's up, y'all? Come on, man. Get on up in here. Y'all see the question of the day. Let me go ahead and put up that background real quick, and we're going to wait for that 2 minute mark to come up. And once that 2 minute mark come up, we're going to get it in. We waiting for them notifications and things. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see what we got going down. Who all in the building? They got me stifled on my other channel. They didn't gave me a strike for no damn reason, for nothing, on the other channel. And yeah, it is what it is. So that's the benefit of having access to both channels. Let me put a little of this on my lips, because my lips be getting dry when I be talking. Let me put a little of this on there. Yep, we waiting. We got 1 more minute before we get off. Y'all know we gotta wait past that 2 minute mark. Whatever. If you're coming in, make sure you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Say something in the comments section if you need to what they call that, rush it or boost it or whatever. They got all type of little mechanisms you do. But I'm waiting for them notifications to come on through. And then we're gonna get it in, because I got a video to play for y'all. It's actually a little extensive, so we're gonna bust it down and get right to it. Let me see how we looking on battery. We good? Yeah, we Gucci. What up? Who all coming in here? This is what we talking about: unity or a lie. That's what we talking about. And you know what? On this one, I ain't going to be doing all the talking. I got somebody from the community to kind of sum it up. And I want to make a point on how the brother here in this situation just couldn't believe that it was what it was. Like, it's astounding to him. Like, what the hell? But we finna get in here and wait for the notifications to pop. Oh, it's after the 2 minute mark. Okay, I can talk like I want. Listen, man, y'all got to see this shit, right? So this goofy, I mean, I don't even want to do that to the brother. I ain't going to disparage the brother. But this black dude is talking to Ricardo Ignacio. Shout out to Ricardo Ignacio. And the reason why I'm shouting cuz out is because he be spitting that real game. He's telling it exactly how it needs to be. And I can respect somebody for telling the truth, right? So I want to share this video with y'all, just so you can see where my man's was coming from. So I'm gonna take the background off. Hold on, I'm gonna take the background off real quick, and then I'm gonna do one of these numbers right here. Hold on, bear with me, y'all. Boom. All right, placal. Boom. See, I got my tablet for the in the car joint, right? I'm getting a little sophisticated. All right, so as you see here, you got the dude up there and you got the dude down there. Shout out to Ricardo Ignacio, right? But I want you to hear this exchange about what this dude says. Now, he says as a black American, but I'm questioning them teefuses. I'm questioning them teefuses. I'm smelling something else. He talking about as a black American. I'm really side-eyeing that. However, and it kind of goes to why he talking like he talking when it makes sense. Them teefuses and how he talking. Like as a black American. Listen to this, y'all.
The black American, I kind of believe the Rainbow Coalition, that we're really the Black and Brown Coalition, that we're really together in this thing. And where I grew up, Ricardo, I always felt that brotherhood. So then to learn about all this, that's why it blew my mind.
Now, I don't want to make assumptions. Did he grow up in the Midwest, in Minnesota? Did he grow up in Cali? Did he grow up in Utah, Oregon, Portland? Where did cuz grow up? Cuz listen to the response though. He breaks his whole little heart. Listen to how cuz respond.
Say this to you and we're going to end this live, okay? Mm-hmm. I feel sad when I see black people expressing a desire to have coalition with brown people. I feel sad because I know that that's not a real thing. And I'll say this so that people won't get offended. It's not a real thing, and it can't be a real thing until we, as a collective of people, as Latinos, etc., until we confront our anti-blackness as a collective. We cannot come to...
No, actually, just a little context to that. He's actually, he ain't Afro-Latino at all. He from South America. I saw a couple other his videos where he proclaimed to like black women only. That's a different video. But this guy right here, he's saying stuff that us on code already know, and he like, yeah, for real. He all surprised, like he hearing something new. So that's what make me think there's a little tether in there, or maybe he like first generation black or something like that. I mean, especially with the teeth. I don't know too many black people that's gonna let their cheer and teeth be like that without some type of corrections, and or getting older and correcting it yourself. I don't know. That seems like something that's foreign to us because we are really big on our appearance. You know what I mean? But when he said that, it broke Cuz' heart to hear that it don't exist. Now let him elaborate because this is a long one.
Together with the people that we are anti, we can't. How? How? And I've said this before.
Oh, you think he Afro-Latino? That could be, bro. But that's not how we was speaking, and I be listening close to what people say. When he first came in, he said, as a black American, and he kept saying we. Doesn't mean that he ain't trying to tether on or whatever, but you could be right though. There's definitely something going on here. But listen to this explanation though. Hold on, let me bring it back a little bit for the people that just popped in. American, listen to what he say. As a black American, I kind of believe the Rainbow Coalition, that we're really the Black and Brown Coalition, that we're really together in this thing. And where I grew up, Ricardo, I always felt that brotherhood. So then to learn about all this, that's why it blew my mind. I'm gonna say this to you and we're gonna end this live. He said to learn about this. See, and that's what got me questioning everything. Like, the more I hear him talk, I'm like, what do you mean to learn about that? You just learning that the majority of they got anti-black sentiments and behaviors? Like, you just learning that? See, that's what make me think he's sus. But again, listen to how Cuz break it down, and this time I let it play uninterrupted so y'all can hear what he got to say. Oh, my bad. It's live, okay? I feel sad when I see black people expressing a desire to have coalition with brown people. I feel sad because I know that that's not a real thing. And I'll say this so that people won't get offended. It's not a real thing, and it can't be a real thing until we, as a collective of people, as Latinos, etc., until we confront our anti-blackness as a collective. We cannot come together with the people that we are anti. We can't. How? How? And I've said this before. How do we come together with black people and protest together as we have for a long time? But then we go home and tell our daughters, don't date them black folks. I don't want to see you bring in a black guy. But it's okay if you bring home a white guy, though. You see what I mean? There is anti-blackness in our collective post-colonial culture. It's there, and it's been there since the Spaniards colonized. I keep saying this all the time. Due to the caste system that they implemented in our culture, it's become our culture. It's not our original culture. They're not our original views. They are our post-colonial culture. It is the effects and the outcome of being colonized by anti-black people. Somebody said it's called blanqueamiento. Exactly, blanqueamiento.
We even have a phrase in Spanish. The phrase goes mejorando la raza. I also mention that all the time. Mejorando la raza means improve the race. Improving the race is to whiten it. So how can we have these views collectively as a people, but yet build coalition with black people? How? How does a people that have anti-blackness in their culture come together with black people? You, as a black person, you tell me how. Yeah. You tell me. Yeah, yeah. It would be damn near impossible. It would be damn near. No, it's not near impossible. It's impossible. You no, listen, sir. I mean this because I care. Okay? Because I don't want people to get hurt with fake coalition. People get hurt like this. People get used. Okay, look. When elections are coming, when we as a people, as a community have problems, we meaning Latinos, we call out for black folks. Meaning we want to use you for your votes. Hey, let's come together. We want to use you, sir. That's what we want to do. We want to use the black vote, the black population, to get our backs, etc. What happened when Trump won? Now, mind you, a large percentage of Latinos voted him in there. But when it backfired, what are we saying now? Where are all the black people at? Okay, now check me out. Why is it black people? Why not where all the white people at? Where all the Asians at? Where all the Arabs at? Why black people? You tell me why. Why y'all? They know ultimately that we're the ones that have always fought against white supremacy, and so they're calling for us because they know that, for one thing, they know we have sympathy towards them, and they know they can manipulate us with that, 100%. Yep, and
Wait a minute, though. Hold on. Wait a minute now. What he said right there don't sound like the curious, or what he said right there don't sound like, I wouldn't say naive, the naive person that had the initial questions. Or maybe he was. See, now I think about it two ways. Maybe that was a way to actually gauge and see what Cuz was going to say on the bottom, right? Sometimes you got to play stupid to get the right answer. You know what I mean? He said the Hispanic on more a code of FBA than the other person. I won't name call him. Laughing loud. I don't know how deep and dedicated you are. I am with Dr. Francis Quest Welsing. No name call. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I refrain from that because I don't really know Cuz like that. You know what I mean? But I'm smelling it. He said, you don't hear that Hispanic accent? Nah, I don't know. I hear him talking, but that could be proximity. That could be, I don't know. That could be a lot of things.
And I hate this for y'all. I truly, sincerely hate this for y'all, and I hate seeing it. Right. And therefore, it's my duty, man, as somebody who has a problem with this, to say, hey, you've never seen me talk about brown and black coalition. That's never come out of my.
And that's another thing that I don't get. Like I understand how deep the brainwashing goes, and how you can be trained to think and do certain things, but I don't understand why black people always gotta say brown and black. Cause I ain't never heard a Mexican person say brown and black. I always hear black people say black and brown. I've never heard brown and black from anybody. And obviously, if it was them speaking, they would put themselves first, I would imagine. They're not going to say black and brown if they're quote unquote brown. But I ain't never heard brown and black. Stop me if I'm wrong. He said at this point, they begging to be white. They will never accept you no matter how much you try. Y'all different, just like Asians and Arabs. Good point. Thanks for tapping in. Luke Skywalker. Okay, yeah, for sure. Hey, listen, very good point. I would even take it even deeper to say this, though. This country is built on anti-black racism, full stop. Like nothing else. Nothing more. Not anti-immigrant, not anti-LG, whatever. Is anti-black racism. And everybody that come over here who wants to quote unquote be on the winning team, which is the dominant society in their eyes, they try to assimilate. And the only way that they can suck up and assimilate is going harder on black people than they do. Like almost like attack dogs. Like, look at me. Look what I can do. Just like that, like at the cop lady I talked about last night. She one of them, and what's not being said is if she felt that comfortable to say that on a social media platform, you can imagine what her colleagues is like at work. You can imagine what her family is like. You can imagine that she probably I bet you she got some black colleagues or something like that, some little police officer black chicks that she would love to go out with and steal their juice and get into their little whoop-de-woo, but secretly talking like that. And I bet you they didn't know it. I bet you they didn't know it. He said, I've been saying this for years. You took my words. Man, listen, bro. It is what it is. And this the thing, though. This is the thing about us. None of these people live rent-free in our head. We ain't thinking about them because we thinking about us in our own communities, really. The problem right now is that from our passiveness, because we've been super passive as a people. We've just been so passive and so welcoming. We'll take your rejects from your culture. Yeah, sure, y'all can come kick it over here and be black with us and, listen to the music and try to dance and smoke a little weed and, you know what I'm saying? We let you, you know what I'm saying? If the chicks want to, they can holler at you. We ain't hating. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been too inviting. And now that we standing on business, like, wait a minute. Y'all done got way too goddamn comfortable. You're getting a little too big for your britches there, boy. You understand what I'm saying? And now everybody got a problem with that. But like everything else we done been through, it ain't like opposition that stopped us from doing anything we want to do. But hold on, there's more of this conversation. This is an interesting conversation. Let it play out a little bit because Cuz down there be cooking a little bit. For the people that just came in, I'm gonna bring it back a little bit.
It's my duty, man, as somebody who has a problem with this, to say, hey, you've never seen me talk about brown and black coalition. That's never coming out of my mouth, and it will until I see my people. And that's the reason why I make the videos that I do. Until I see my people collectively confront and stand up against anti-black.
Damn, I'm watching this video with y'all too, so I didn't get to watch the whole long thing. But that's why from hearing the first little talk on this video, I'm like, oh, okay, Cuz spitting the real. He's not biased. He's telling the truth. But, like I always say, and what y'all always got to be aware of, beware of those that tell the truth too. Just like Tim Wise. If y'all remember who Tim Wise was, the white dude that would get paid to go speak, to do speaking engagements, you know what I'm saying, to talk about the plight of black people, this, that, and the third. But when he asked about reparations, he was on some bullshit. Just like Jane Elliott. Jane Elliott had all the studies and all the joints, and when asked about reparations, she was on some bullshit too. Jane Elliott as well. So, as I will, because when I'm not a hater, I am a God black man. So when you're right, God damn it. And we gonna stand on truth and justice. And what he's saying right now is some real shit. But let's be clear. The side eye and the eyebrow is raised. Because like I told y'all, he did make a video of his proclamation to black women and why he choose black women over Latinas and da 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 da. So I don't know, if this is your aim to get some black cat. Everybody got their motivations. However, what he's saying right now is true. Let him continue. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Matter of fact, where y'all watching from? Let me go ahead and put that up there for y'all real quick. They say put a sticker up. Where you watching from? God damn it. Put that up there. Start the Q&A. Here we go. Where you watching from? He say, Race Hustlers, Tim Wise and Jane Elliott. They didn't want you to say that, FBA Strong. They held that message, but I see it. And you're totally right. Race Hustlers, for sure. So he could possibly be doing the same thing, right? We ain't going to discount that, but hold on. There's more to this conversation. There's a little more.
If we cannot first do that, then I don't want to see no coalition. It's impossible. It's fake, it's performative, and it's also a way to only call you out when we need you. That's not unity. That's not coalition. That's called exploiting a people. Can y'all come? Hey, we need you right now. Don't date our daughters. Don't move into our communities. Stay over there in your lane. But can we use you right now? That's Latinos' idea of coalition. Okay, that's what.
I ain't say it. He said it. I ain't say it. And the man is speaking the flat out, stomp down truth, and I respect him for it. Matter of fact, I appreciate it. Matter of fact, this is why we don't speak in absolutes, because there's always some outliers. You know what I'm saying? There's also always some real ones. You always gonna have some camaraderie with some people in this world. It's just the way the shit works. But when it comes down to it, if your camaraderie is what it is on the outside, but if your son like his daughter, it's a no-go, then right? Where that hatred, and this be my thing though. What, other than y'all trying to suck up to white supremacy to get on their good side, is that enough? Like we ain't do nothing to you. Like what? Then that's a sick dichotomy, y'all. Me just thinking about the whole sentence of the question I was gonna ask, because I kind of answer my own questions when I be talking sometimes. It's a Gemini thing. But my question was, is sucking up to white supremacy that important, or other than seeing people for who they really are and judging them how you want to, like white supremacy got that much a hold on you that you want to be included so bad that you're willing to forego your own morals and shit. That shit's beyond me. Like, you know what I mean? And that's been our problems. Well, no, actually, I'm sorry. Not a problem, just taken advantage of. We, you know what I'm saying, judge people accordingly, right? You're all cool and dandy until you say some passive aggressive shit and we pick up on it. And you do some slick, sly, underhanded shit. Everybody gets the side eye, especially them folks. Like, you giving them people the side eye no matter what. They almost got to damn near prove. Well, to me, I don't know about everybody else. You got to prove you ain't, and even when you think you improved it, it's an ongoing test. You don't get to do it one time and you just got blind loyalty. Hell no. It's what have you done for me lately type shit. Because just in your nature, it would behoove you to act in a certain way, which the ways that you act are naturally detrimental to me and my people. That's benefiting from the systems that have been put forth for suppressing us. Complicit, being quiet, and unintentionally and intentionally acting on it. Because it happens both ways. And I would say there isn't no unintentional, because I think everything that said group does is intentional because it's based off their survival. So says Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. He said the Hispanic is speaking truth. Can we use your struggle, your hip hop, your culture, your style, and swag, your accomplishments? We give you uh, uh, actual access is the entire Latino grip. Man, that's just like Fat Joe. We created hip hop 50-50, right? Knowing damn well that was that Mayate music to them. And it's crazy, man. Hold on. Let them finish this conversation because I had a few points that I want to make, but I don't know if Cuz is gonna make them in the conversation. So hold on, here we go.
Listen, has looked like, can we use you when we need you? That's what it is. When it comes to Latinos, is can we use you? Because since colonized, we've been practicing mejorando la raza. We have been practicing blanqueamiento, and we have also not allowed our daughters, our family members to date, to have children with black people, etc. Collectively. Yes, there's the individuals here and there that stand up against it, but individuality doesn't work. We have to be a collective of people that stand up against it, that has the problem with it. And as long as we keep brushing it under the rug, we're going to be a people that continue practicing and performing anti-blackness. And as long as we do, this whole coalition of brown and black people is going to be just using you. That's the whole, where all the black people at? That's literally wanting to use you. Literally. That's all it is, wanting to use you. Have you heard about the reclassification of Black Americans using the term foundational Black Americans?
See, that right there, the way he posed that question and asked it, you're right. He might be. It's something going on there. But listen to what he say about this FBA, which is the answer that you should get from anybody that's talking some real shit, and I really mean it.
Yes. What's your opinion on that? Okay. As a non-black person, for what it's worth, and I mean this respectfully.
Yeah, he said it weak, which means because he don't identify with it. Like he didn't say it from a place of identity. He said it as a place of neutrality to see if he can get a negative reaction off of it. And he really didn't expect it to go this way. Real talk. I don't know. I just feel something different about this conversation, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's a little sussy. But hold on, let me bring that back. I'm gonna bring that back.
What's your opinion on that? Okay. As a non-black person, for what it's worth, and I mean this respectfully, I fully understand it. 100% understand it. And to all the black people that are going to watch this replay, please understand that I mean this with all due respect, and I mean this as a non-black person objectively. I'm going to do my best not to be biased. However, when I look at Latin America, and since we're talking about black people, there's this known fact that black people in Latin America, collectively, doesn't mean every single one, doesn't mean all of them, but collectively, they tend to be anti-black American. This is a known fact. It's very visible. You can see it. You can hear it. It's been like this for a long time. Now, we can get to the root of it and blame white people because they are the ones to blame, because they are the ones that push anti-black American propaganda in Latin America, etc. But at the end of the day, we ourselves individually and or as a community have to be responsible for who we are and what we become and how we treat people. And although, yes, the white media does push anti-black American propaganda in Latin America, at the end of the day, we are responsible for how we go about treating other people, especially in this particular case as black people. The fact that you come from Latin American countries to this country, and literally, sir, the only people you have an issue with is the same race as you, but that are from this country, that's very telling as to how much you've been affected by the anti-black American propaganda that's been pushed deeply and heavily in Latin America. There's a very popular
trend that happened. I don't know if it's still happening. Me no black. I know black.
Mm-hmm.
That's very telling. When black people of Latin America come to this country, one of the first things that they must let everybody know is we're not like them black folks over there. So if that's your attitude when you come to this country collectively, not every individual does this. I'd be a coward to say everyone does it. But collectively, if you come to this country and that is your reputation as black people of Latin America and you come with that attitude, then after a while, black American people are going to be like, okay, then you're them over there. You are that. You are a different identity than us. Because at the end of the day, if you as black people of Latin America come to this country with that attitude and also with anti-black Americanness, then it means when you get into political powers, etc., you're going to use that position to oppress and also join whitey people in mistreating black people and or your whitey alignment.
Right.
Your whitey alignment is also problematic. And I'm sorry, but it's true. Latin American people, and at this particular case, we're not talking about just black people in Latin America. We're talking about just Latin America collectively, whether it's brown people from Latin America, black people, when they come from Latin American countries to this country, by default, collectively, not all of them, collectively, they desire white proximity and white alignment. We know this. It's a fact. And so that's why I understand fully. I wish it wasn't like that. But I understand why black Americans are delineating. Of course I do. How can I not? How can I not? It makes all the sense. If your experience has been all them other black folks don't want nothing to do with us. They love our culture.
I agree.
They love our culture, but really they love to exploit it. They love to exploit our culture, but they just don't want anything to do with us. It's kind of like black. Speaking of black Americans, it's kind of like what black Americans say. They want our rhythm, but not our blues.
Man, you're cooking.
Input, man.
You're cooking. 100% facts. 100% facts, man. Well, let me say this to you, Ricardo. Thank you for your work. Thank you for the videos that you do. I love your videos. Shout out to you.
All right, man. Thank you for the conversation. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you know what?
Appreciate
I can hear that little Latino in his accent when he was talking a little bit. But this is what threw me off though, because he came in the door. I mean, I guess he could. Damn. Hold on. I done got off the video, y'all. Hold on, real quick. But there's a couple points I wanted to say to that. Yeah, that's what a part of FBA strong. That's a part of being on code, right? And I think that's what we demonstrating with each other right now. They got everybody so goddamn mad.
I kind of believe the rainbow.
But yeah, hold on. This is the first thing he said when he came in, though.
As a black American, I kind of believe the Rainbow Coalition, that we're really the Black and Brown Coalition, that we're really together in.
See, he said as a black American, and I ain't gonna get over that. Like that's tethering. Cause I swear I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think, just by how he was talking and the questions that he was asking, because he sat up in here and he really called in for some answers to this question from him and his perspective. And it seems as if he was kind of shocked that he felt the way that he felt about FBA, because he had a problem with FBA. It seems like, kind of, almost really, like in the background, a little tiff riff. Like, I sensed that. But this is my thing though anyway. I be driving Uber and Lyft and shit, right? And I keep my camera on this shit just in case some shit go down. But motherfuckers be in here talking, and motherfucker think it'd be cool to say nigga. I'm like, hey, don't say that. I don't know where you grew up or what you done did, but I ain't cool with that shit. Check that shit right away. I'm getting into it with motherfuckers about that. Don't disrespect me like that. I don't know what you talking about. You got shit fucked up. You can get your ass out. I got the camera on. What they gonna say? Now that's threatening. That's threatening. There's a threat of physical violence behind the word nigga. Behind the word nigga meant hung by a rope, lynched, quartered, and all type of shit. It's not the same. Ain't no other word the same. Just like that false equivalency, blackface and whiteface. It ain't the same. No matter how you slice that shit. For y'all to just coming in, make sure y'all hit the like button and shit. That make more people come to the discussion. So we can get it cracking, get it live in here. Where y'all tapping in from, man? It is 5:30 over here on the West Coast. And I usually tap in when I'm charging the Tesla. You did. Of course, I'm fly as hell. Always. You know I got that shit on, right? Right? You know what my brand is. You know what I like. You know what I like. You know what I like. You know how I do it. You know what I mean? You know how I do it. You know what I like. You know what I'm saying? What's up with y'all? How y'all feeling? Tell me where y'all tapping in from. Oh yeah. I got it all the way down. The blue, I'm rocking. It's the blue today. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with the blue all the way today. Yeah, you know how I do that. You know I stay crispy. What you talking about? Yeah, I looking rocking the 5 o'clock shadow too. That make me look manly and shit. uh, they say Pittsburgh in this joint. That's what's up. PA in the motherfucking hen house. You dig? Thanks for tapping in. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe to this channel too. I go live. This Keep It P Raw, right? I got Keep It P podcast channel, and I got the J Lava channel, like my own personal channel. And I'm liable to go live on either one of them. On my channel, I usually go live with more of my personal life. Like I'm taking DJ lessons lately and making beats at the studio, so I'll be going live over there. On this channel, I usually talk about social issues and that kind of thing. And on the Keep It P podcast, I kind of cover celebrity shit, but it got to have something to do with some black people shit. Like, I don't just like celebrity gossip. He said, I'm in Germany, about to relocate back to US next week. Huh? The last time I joined you, I was in Germany, same city Dr. Francis Cress Welsing came from. Oh, that's what's up. That is what's up, man. Over in Germany, it's popping over there. What time is it right now, fam? What time is it in Germany? You say, they put something up there. They ain't want you to want to be said. Oh, okay, you redacted it. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. 2:30 a.m. God damn. You up on a late night creep, cuz. Well, I hope it ain't never too late to get some knowledge and shit. In Berlin, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'd like to go. Germany is actually a place I would want to go visit. There's a lot of places I wouldn't, but I'd like to go check Germany out. I know it's vastly different over there. I know they own. It's like America, but like not America at all. But they got all the same shit, and it's the same. I already know. I want to come check that shit out. Only thing, and this is crazy. The only thing I know about Germany, other than like factual things, but what seems to stand out is the crazy car videos. Yeah, I know it ain't nothing like the United States, but over here we get those little reels and shit of everybody with the dash cam and the crazy accidents and shit that be happening and shit. That's all I see. I know that's not a place you really want to fuck around though. Fuck around and end up somewhere stank. I know you don't really want to fuck around over there. I know it's different. I know you don't want to fuck around over there, homeboy. Where else y'all tapping in from? Who else got something to say about that? Is this the black and brown? The question is in the title. Is black and brown unity a myth? I think so. I think it ain't never been. But I understand propaganda and the Democratic Party and their need to not isolate black needs, right? They always got to tie it to something else. Black and brown and LGBT, black and minorities, people of colors. It's all that's where FBA come from. He said, "Ain't no black and brown cold shit. Don't brown people hate us, copper people." Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, yeah. For them, unfortunately for them, they hate us because we the only active participants fighting against white supremacy. You say it's unity on the East Coast. Well, that brings me to them Hebrew Israelite brothers. You know what I'm saying? And it's something about that I don't like because they push that black and Mexicans is the true Hebrew shit, and I'm like, and what it looked like to me from the outside looking in, right? I'm not disparaging anything. I also think it's mighty funny that them is the ones that's the most suppressed out of all the other religions. I wonder why. I wouldn't say a cult, because I mean it's just as much as a cult as Christianity or even fucking Islam for that matter. I mean, if we talk about cults, the shit that Islam make you do, praying 5 times a day, this, that, and the third, like, come on. Like, so I don't get to throwing cult around like that. But I will say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't throw that around like that. Because if we talk about cult, you talking about the one that make you feel fake like you drinking somebody's blood and eating a piece of their flesh. You talking about that one? You talking about that one? Oh. Or is you talking about the one that make people bite the foreskin off of baby dicks? That one? Or are you talking about the one that make people wear magic underwear? That one? Man, come on, man. I can keep going. I always kind of thought about doing one of them channels too. Because I wouldn't necessarily say I'm anti-religion, because I know how, some people would feel personally about that because all they are is their religion. So I would never say that to alienate people. But I don't like a lot of the practices and I don't like a lot of the shit that's associated with it. And I'm pretty skilled at debating, and I'm sure that I could do a channel on debating people about that all day long. And point out similarities, not only to denigrate or tear down, but also to be able to point out similarities of people who worship and people who don't worship. He said, yeah, but I love our people here in the U.S. who are the NOI and the Hebrew. Well, there's something to be said about both of those groups. I mean, to me, ain't nobody infallible, fam. Like, let's keep it real. Farrakhan's dad is a white man. It is. There's some funny stuff mixed up with the NOI and the Ku Klux Klan and all that. I mean, there's a lot of information floating out there. There was a million man march that happened and nothing followed up after it. Was I supposed to say that? So anybody can get it. Like I told you, them Hebrew Israelites with that Mexicans and niggas is the truth. Come on now. You know what the truth is? We don't really know a lot of shit that we think we know. That's what the truth is. The truth is, we've been indoctrinated since we've been born through first to 12th grade. Indoctrinated to think, not only the school, all the cartoons, all the TV shows, all the fucking music, every newspaper, everything, every piece of medium has been to control societal perception, even of yourself. And as we know, through these mediums for so long, these systems has taught us to have low racial self-esteem. And part of the problems that we experience as a people is we're working out of low racial self-esteem. And it's not our fault, right? I'm a victim. If motherfuckers will stop victimizing me, then maybe I can say I'm not a victim and I'm trying to get over the shit. But motherfuckers can't get over the shit if motherfuckers keep doing it. So miss me with that gaslighting, like you're gonna stop us from talking about what the issues are. You might not like to hear it, so fucking what? They don't like none of your little comments. Hold on, let me see what y'all saying. It says, and they make music that make people violent. Yep, that's rap music was taking over. You know that shit, man. I'm a survivor of rap music, fam. I'm a survivor of that shit. I remember when it was hola, hola, eh. Kid played with now. Nigga, it was my Adidas, nigga. It was, and then it all changed when NWA came out. And that was, sadly, NWA was my first record, right? Sadly. My parents, I don't know if they knew I don't know if they knew what was on the shit or not, but my first record was NWA, and my nigga, that album painted fucking vivid pictures of hood life, from selling dope to crackheads to the neighborhood hoe to the gold digging bitch. It actually, the funny part is though, which rap music don't do no more. Throughout all that, it did have a song called "Express Yourself," telling you not to smoke weed or cess because it gives you brain damage, and be true to yourself. It was weird. That was actually remnants of the old rap, even coming through on the straight gangster rapidest rap F the Police album ever. It still had a song called "Express Yourself." Still had that. And they was like, nah, we can't do that shit no more. We can't do that shit no more. No. And then after that, y'all right after NWA, remember how everything was a real nigga this, nigga that. Like nigga blew up when NW came out. I remember when motherfuckers would get mad at you for calling them a nigga and shit. Like my cousin Donovan, rest in peace Donovan. Boy, he was a big black swole. Boy, you better not call Donovan a nigga. He will beat your ass. Man, listen, man, Compton is everywhere. Was Solo? What up, cuz? I ain't even see that was you, Solo. What's up, man? Hey, talk about another motherfucker that can talk about some hip hop or actually being a part of it. That's a world famous DJ from the north side of Minneapolis that had been a part of a lot of shit, Next and all type of shit. I bet you Cuz can talk that shit about music too, and understand that we had to deprogram from the rap music. Like right now, like I'm gonna keep it one, funky funk. I'm still in that old programming. Like I don't like the new programming of rap because obviously the new programming of rap is no longer hustle orientated. It's more emotional, feelings, depression, addiction, revengeful, demon time, underhanded. I got your bitch. I fucked your hoe. You don't know. back doge a hoe. Like, we don't come from that. We don't. We come from, sadly, like that NWA album, nigga. I'm like, man, do I need to sell some crack? I need to get some crack, sell some crack, so I can make some money and get me some Jordans and shit, and the silly shit you think about when you a kid. Luckily, like I was talking to my cousin the other day, like luckily the street life missed me when I was a kid, and I didn't really get involved when I was a kid, when I could have probably made some very stupid decisions. I didn't start dabbling with the street life until I got older. And even then, I was just one foot in, one foot out, kind of middlemanish. You know what I'm saying? I never really wanted to be the man, because I seen what happened to the man. Once you're the man, niggas coming for you if you're the man. So I never wanted to be that. But matter of fact, I'll tell y'all a story. Trying to be the man. There was this African dude, and Hans can tell y'all about, my nigga Solo can tell y'all about this. There was this African dude named DJ Ben, a tether. He hit the hood like motherfucking dope. This nigga I was selling DVDs and shit. This nigga had the DVDs with the cases on them. He made me step my shit up. Then he came with the bootleg Jordans and shit. So this nigga had DVDs, bootleg Jordans. He was getting all of this shit from New York, as we come to find out. Then he starts selling weed. I had been dealing with him on everything else, the shoes, I had been dealing with him on the weed. Why this nigga, man? Listen, y'all, one day, and I'll never forget it. This is the day it happened. Y'all go look this up. One day, the 35W bridge fell in Minnesota. There's a whole bridge collapse. That motherfucking day, because I remember it clearly, because I was like, man, fuck that goddamn bridge. That day, normal day, I was supposed to get a couple pounds from Cuz. We've already done the front system. He done gave me pounds. You know what I'm saying? I pay him back, or you go get you whatever. So it was comfortable. It wasn't like no willy-nilly. This day, that nigga went around to me and a whole bunch of other people in the hood. I ain't gonna say no names, because but I know like 3 or 4 other people. This nigga went around and collected money from all of us, nigga, and scattered out of town. Dipped. That day, dipped. Never seen a nigga again. Took my little hustle money. It was about $1,700. I was pissed. DJ Tether. Yeah, that was him. Nigga took, man, that was a great loss. I get to reminisce about that shit. I'm sad about that shit right now. But shit happened for a reason. I was coming up a little bit, and maybe that just wasn't where I was supposed to be. Cause I really never, after that scolded me from the game. Yeah, you remember that shit, cuz? That shit, I stopped fucking with motherfuckers like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, nah, this must not be the game for me. Like, this ain't it. This ain't it. I'm too good of a person, too trusting, too benefit of the doubty. Nah, this is a cutthroat game. I learned something. I had learned something. Shit. But anyway, the point to this whole live was this. I wanted to illustrate how the guy with the teeth, man, I don't know for all of y'all here. Matter of fact, for everybody coming in real quick, I'm going to play just a little excerpt of it before I get on up out of here, because I've been done charging my car. But the live is going great.
This thing.
This is what we was talking about right here, y'all.
As a Black American, I kind of believe the Rainbow Coalition, that we're really the Black and Brown Coalition, that we're really together in this thing. And where I grew up, Ricardo, I always felt that brotherhood. So then to learn about all this, that's why it blew my mind.
I'm gonna say this to you, and we're gonna end this live, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hold on. One thing I find funny, he said, I'm going to say this to you and I'm going to end this live. And he goes on to spit some shit to him for another 10 minutes. This is a 10-minute conversation, so we ain't going to play it all. Because, like, I'm going to say this to you, like, he finna just say this real quick and get on up out of here. Hey, you right, Hans, man. Definitely could have been in jail. You know what I'm saying? Definitely lucky. And the funny part off the subject, y'all, real quick, since my man got me reminiscing. The funny part is being a CD DVD, man, you get access to all the ballers. Like, I knew all the major dudes that was doing all the major stuff because they wanted every new CD and DVD when it came out. Personally at their crib. They didn't want to meet at the barbershop. They didn't want to meet on the street. I had to come to the hideout out in the suburbs where don't nobody know where I can't. I was trusted with a lot of niggas' addresses and whereabouts when it was on for them. But yeah, man, I be like, shit happened for a reason, man. Like, that was the time when the Union Music Group was cracking off. That even changed the trajectory of my record company because it kind of took some of the money that we was gonna use for promotions and this. It was a trickle down. It was a whole little trickle down thing, man. It was a trickle down thing. You know, even when I think about it, that was what made me employ the services a D because um initially he had came to the studio to buy a beat for $500, and I'm seeing him around, he was cool and this, that, and the third, and I'm thinking, with a good heart, like, yo, dog, instead of spending that $500 on a beat, man, why don't you come fuck with me in this shit, man, and build this shit, nigga, and the studio is your studio. I got rent to pay. That's what I was thinking. I got rent to pay. I was paying two studio rents at the time. The one with my CD and DVD shit in it with Will in the studio. So I was trying to juggle. But OG Bobby Johnson, man, aka D, rest in peace, man. You know, I reached out to Win the other day, man. I ain't talked to Cousin in years, man, and I ain't talked to him in years. And something I was matter of fact, I was listening to some old Union shit. I was listening to D, and then I listened to this other song. I had to hit him up like, man, you still rapping, cuz? He's like, man, and this was crazy. This is how I feel like everything happened for a reason. Because soon as I hit him, he was like, man, it's funny that you call me because I was looking for a sign if I should still do my thing or not, and you were confirmation for that. So it's funny how shit happened, man. So me and Cuz, finna collaborate on a new little joint. That's why I say, man, if it ain't nothing too detrimental, man, old wounds heal. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers move on, motherfuckers get grown. Regardless to how I feel like the shit go down, that was yesterday. And it's all about today now. You know what I'm saying? Damn, he was at the shop today. Damn. Yeah, rest in peace, Dionysus Kelly, man. Um, yeah, man. Shit, life is crazy like that. Life is crazy like that, dog. Crazy not knowing too. When we speaking in terms of this video, there's a lot of people who think like him. The Democratic Party and the propagandic media has done a great job of making black people feel like they got to be selfless, like they can't, think about and fight for their own individual issues. Like we got to always include everybody else. Hence the term black and brown. Because I'm sure that's not no shit we made up. From knowing how quote unquote brown people act when they go to jail and team up with the Aryans and this, that, and against us, I know the black and brown did not come from the street. Black and brown is a democratic term used to dilute the needs of black people. And we can see that it was supported with their immigration policies and their attempt to try to drown out our political power in elections. Because for so long in this country, it's only been a black and white issue. It's only till they opened up the borders and flooded everybody in that we even considering now becoming the third largest. I mean, we still holding on by a little bit, but mm, mm. And you think that's by design? As their population dwindles, and they see that there's another population that wants to assimilate with them. So that's basically them being able to control said population against us, which uses that population as a buffer against us. So before we can even get to white supremacy, we got to fuck around with all of these other people. We got to we got to expend all of this fucking energy fighting the diaspora and all these immigrants. You know what that does? That makes, he said, we're mobilizing this year. Melrose and Black Alpha set it off. Oh, yeah. It's pulling up. Ooh. Ooh, that was so beautiful. Yes, I love it too. The pull up season has arrived yet again. But yeah, of course we're more vocal. Of course because we're getting more on code. You know, there was a time when I call it the uh, don't nobody want to hear that shit Sharif era. That was a big era for black people that I think we're just now coming up out of. Because there was a time when, you know, talking positive or pro-black of any kind was party poop, was lame. Like nobody want to hear that shit. We don't want to think about no real shit. But us staying firm, you know what I'm saying, on not condoning ratchet behavior and do for self mentality and fixing within before we think about others, that shit's catching on now. That shit's catching on. It's becoming cool to be on top of shit, to be woke. I ain't letting them take woke from me. Hell yeah, I'm woke. They can't demonize or bastardize the word and scare me from saying it. I'm woke as fuck. The hell? Why would I want to be sleep? Right? I'm woke in a motherfucker, Jack. On my mama, cuz. Uh, but again, the propaganda machine has done a lot to our people. And I understand that. As a Gemini, I have empathy for that because I can remember my coonish ways and my coonish days. Yes, I had them. I'm not afraid to say it. You got to know where you come from to know where you at, right? I boy, I'm gonna say a phrase. I gotta say it because I said it before and it ain't nothing but real. But I remember in a conversation, I don't know who I was talking to. And based off my awkwardness and the things that I like to do, I recall saying, I'm the blackest white boy you would ever want to know. Now, granted, this was like in my early 20s. I'm 45 now. So I've been like woke for like probably damn near it's been about 20 years now. Because I'm going to tell y'all how I got woke too. There was somebody left a book in my studio called The Children of the Matrix. And I always been about black people and Afrocentric and shit like that. We always been like that. But I'm talking about like, it was the deconstruction of religion. Honesty, this is my journey, not anybody else's. But it was my deconstruction of religion, the questioning of religion, that really got me into pro-black and developing a racial self-esteem. And I done went through it all. I went through being a atheist and agnostic and all of that. And I came to the conclusion after a conversation with a friend, because he introduced some new information, that I can't be either one of those if I accept myself as God over my own life and responsible for the good and bad that I do. Which in turn, I think, this may not be what you think, but I spend my time, you know, accepting the good and the bad of my decisions and behavior to grow an appreciation and a trust for me. Right? I never really, and this is just me. Again, this might not be y'all, but I hate it so much when people be like they got a new job and they threw the thanks to God, or they got surgery and threw the thanks to God for getting through the surgery or something like that. Cause I'm like, the doctors, yourself. Like when people be on drugs and they be like, they couldn't have got off of drugs without God. I'm like, well, you did all the hard work. You suffered through the goddamn withdrawals and shit. When do you ever give yourself some credit? Is that the reason why it's easier for you to relapse? Because you don't trust yourself? It's a whole bunch of shit, right? But um when I first came into that sort of kind of understanding, I used to be very vocal about it on Facebook and trying to argue with people and this, that, and the third to get them to see what I thought was right. But then I recognized and realized and understood everybody stand on what they think is right, especially when it comes to religion. You ask anybody and everybody gonna give you a different explanation what they think God is. So it ain't no one God. God only exists in a person's mind and forever whatever the God is for them and how they use it. So me just replacing the outside person with me on the inside, the motherfucker that be talking to me and having these conversations and this subconscious shit that I just fuck with that. And I dare to say that most people are just one God away from being like me. Just like you believe in the one that you think is all true and all this, that, and the third, you don't believe in none of the others. I don't believe in all the others too, even yours. But I do recognize like the similarities of the practices, like praying and positive energy and um you know what I mean, like a lot of the thing, like, and the person, I would say I got to give a credit to one person, my co-host TZ Von Savage, who is a very religious man, very God-fearing man, does everything that I say I don't like, right? But through him I understand more. And because he doesn't have an ego about his God and his religion and what he thinks and what he believes, we're actually able to have conversations on not only the differences but the similarities without any flare up or no anger. The more we talk, the more I find, in a sense or essence, I'm super religious or super this, that, and the third without the same emphasis. Like, and probably even more so than people who claim to be, because that shit is relative, right? He said they trust themselves. They pray to God to help them go through. They saying that they couldn't have done the work without God. Yeah, and listen, I understand how other brains, every brain is not wired the same way, and some people might need, and actually being a Gemini, I understand that type of thinking, because one of the things that I struggle with, like for instance, was being able to make myself do things for my kids that was hard for me to do for myself. And that's a tough one right there, because it's the same principle. You know what I'm saying? Like I have an external motivation that drives me, but I'm like, well, why don't I have that internal motivation to drive myself? And that's something I had to work on. I don't even know if I'd be able to come to that sort of kind of conclusion if I was given the credit and thinking externally about what the issue was. I think it's because I look within for a solution and to understand me and my ways and my habits. Like I think if we taught kids more that they were responsible for their own shit, then more people would have a mentality of fixing themselves. right? But I think it's because of the crutch of religion. And this, again, these are just my thoughts. But I think when you can say, "Oh, the devil is busy today," well, then that means you don't see the error in your own ways, and you can't take accountability for your own fucked up decisions, right? So you can't take accountability for your own decisions because the devil did it or is working against you, but you also can't take credit for when you actually do something or overcome something. Or and plus, this is another thing I don't like. I don't like how it beats up on your self-esteem too. Like, you're nothing, you don't know nothing, you're just a peon, you don't know shit without God, nigga. You ain't nobody, you can't understand, nigga. You can't, like, damn, why you talking to me like, the fuck you mean? I don't know nothing. I ain't shit. Oh, you died for me? Nigga, I ain't asked you to do that. Now I got this guilt on me, nigga, because you took it upon yourself to die for some shit you ain't even know I was gonna do yet? Nah, fam. And the only way, listen, I know this stuff may sound foreign or like odd to y'all, but it only comes after you put down the fear. That's another thing I didn't like. Nigga, how you gonna make me scared of some shit that your bitch ass don't even know what happened when we died? Ain't nobody that came back and told nobody shit. So all you motherfuckers is speculating like a motherfucker, and to convince everybody else that you're the goddamn secret. How the fuck you know? I'm smart enough to say I don't know. And then with the notion that I don't know, now I don't give a fuck. Now I can stop worried about that shit and live and in the moment and experience life right now and try to make better decisions and try to be closer to the people I love and mend them relationships and work through childhood traumas, that might be affecting me as a parent, and it's other shit to think about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that fear shit. I don't like that I can't question you shit. I don't like that you ain't certain at all, but you finna try to convince me you know shit. I don't like that bully shit. Like, you don't know shit. You don't know his ways. Your little impotent, your little infantile, you imbecile. You, like, what? God damn. Yeah, living life for the afterlife. Nah, fuck all that. And the way they subscribe, I heard somebody say this, but it comes from some. The video I saw was a girl saying how she didn't care about going to heaven, and the dude tried to twist it like the bird brain of females. But information can come from everywhere. It's all about how it's presented, and I didn't let the way he presented it stop me from getting the information. But she said, like, so you saying I gotta go to heaven potentially with motherfuckers that didn't even like me here on earth? And let's just say, okay, even the fact that I gotta make all this hypothetical shit up is where my brain get tired, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to make all this hypothetical shit up. But he said, don't worry about death. Get through the day. Erase your fear. Just be concerned. Nah, concern sounds like fear. Basically, are the black and brown who are united, does that count? I'm glad somebody said something about the topic. Who that is? Be active. So I'm gonna cover two things because I just read two things. First of all, we don't. I don't speak in absolutes because in this world, if you're smart enough, you know you got to build alliances with all different type of peoples to further yourself and go forward. Now, in which you deal with them is up on you. But if you know these sentiments come from a certain type of community, it would behoove you to limit your ability to get used or taken advantage of. That don't mean that you don't mingle, congregate, or have camaraderie with anybody. That just means that you should have discernment enough to protect yourself in any situation, right? If you're scared, go to church. Stay your ass at home and don't interact with nobody. But this the real world out here. So you got to learn how to maneuver in the shit, right? But what I my point to doing this video was one, the guy in the video who claimed to be a black American was seeming all lost about what the real state of affairs are. And that goes to 2 points. One, the propaganda and the propaganda from the media, and not only the media, but specifically the Democratic Party, because that phrase black and brown was created to dilute the needs of black people by always tying them to other communities, which now we know that the reason why they put brown and black to make us seem like we together, but give all the resource to them to make it seem like they did something for us. Concern and fear is two different things. Fear is scared. Concern is thinking of. Okay. He says, stop, Kip. Your discernment is too much for many. You make it too much sense. I agree with every point. Hey, and I'm not saying, and like I always get a caveat, I'm not saying it for you to agree with me. I'm just speaking my mind. I'm an individual with some strong opinions, and it is what it is. Everybody gonna stand on what they think they know, and this, that, and the third. But he said, I grew up in LA. My neighbors were Mexican. Will they be friends with you? Yes. Do they rock with us as a group? No. And they'll even tell you that if they're being honest. Well, I mean, that is a low self-esteem relationship. That is what we've been bred to think about ourselves as a people through propaganda. Because even in retrospect, knowing how these people are, you still thinking that that's being friends with you. That's not being friends with you. That's associating with you, but that's not a friend. Because that same, like you said, those same people, if in jail and y'all was cool, y'all was neighbors, as soon as they got in jail, they go into the Aryan side and you're gonna be on the Negro side, and they will shank you if they have to, right? But it's the lack of not knowing that is what's getting us in trouble. And again, I blame us, but I don't blame us because I know we're not in control of it. But I do blame people for not figuring it out. But then again, that's that Gemini in me. Two ways of thinking about it. Everybody ain't as smart. Everybody don't have the ability to be self-aware. Everybody don't have the ability to read between the lines, and everybody ain't gonna fucking make it. That's just the reality of it. Some gonna get it and some ain't. But I think we've just been fighting an uphill battle as people to wake our other people up, because our people have been trained not to listen to us with the information. But as soon as a white person say it, Jane Elliott, whatever cuz name is, as soon as somebody else said, oh, for real, for real now, just like this indigenous thing. Like, listen, man, I don't claim to know everything about this shit, right? I'm just going based off the information that I keep hearing. And I know that it wouldn't be feasible for somebody to try to go all the way across seas for 3 to 4 months to find some niggas to come back to enslave over here and grow crops on the land they don't know shit about. That's one thing. Two things we know: that Native Americans, Indians, can't be indigenous to a land, because no white people are indigenous anywhere. Let's start with that. Um, it does make way more sense that this Trail of Tears, this Underground Railroad, all this shit that we hear. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. This Tartaria shit that I've been hearing, I think that's why they be demonizing us, talking about we was kangs and shit. Cause nigga, we really was, nigga. We had this shit built up, them state capitol buildings and all masonry and all of that shit. Think about the lengths that they went when they enslaved us, how brutal they had to be for us to forget that old shit that we knew and what we did. Why was there so many insane asylums where they was locking motherfuckers up? This, that, and the third. A lot of shit, all this information that's coming out is leading me to suspect and believe that we are the indigenous people of this land. We know they didn't wipe all motherfuckers, the dark motherfuckers off of land before. Look at Australia. Look at King Leopold in Africa. The pygmies, the leprechaun people. They kill all them motherfuckers. Now they done turned into little green leprechaun horseshoe 4-leaf clover motherfuckers. Now they done made the Tasmanian people in Australia a Tasmanian devil in a cartoon. Man, listen. I'm going to take it even further than that. On some Avatar shit. We are the original inhabitants of this whole goddamn earth, and we have been invaded and populated with aliens. Ones, the ones that can look like us, talk like us, mate with us. And let me tell you where I draw that conclusion from. Because a rational person would think, if we both human, right? We both got the same parts, we blend the same thing, we got the same organs, eyes, nose, da, 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 da. How could you, not even be in wartime, but it is war, right? Because we didn't know it was war. It's always been war. But how could you hang a pregnant woman, cut the stomach out, and stomp on the baby? How could you take a little precious, innocent life and use that for alligator bait? How could you do that? How could you make a torture device called a bronze bull where you put a motherfucker in there and boil him to death and shit? Uh, what? They don't care about your cry for repair. They know they can destroy you with their weapons. So I'm lost. If they could have destroyed us with their weapons, fam, they would have done it already. They would have done it already. They don't really want that smoke. Because another thing that you have to read between the lines and understand without it being said is we're not 13-14% of the population. Because if we were with as racist as everybody is and how everybody hates black people, do you think they wouldn't have kicked it off already and tried to just justify it later? So what? All the black people is going from America. So what anybody gonna do about it? Who gonna send a nuke over here on our behalf? Who gonna blow some shit up on our behalf because America erased all the black people? Who doing anything about it now? They slowly doing it. This is the most humane genocide ever. You got your politicians telling you to fucking abort your baby. Y'all fucking up the water. You're fucking up the food. We ain't got universal health care because the black people gonna get it. We suffering as a country economically because we don't want black people to have no money. Doctors is killing black infants as soon as they come out the goddamn womb. If not that, police shooting them down. If not that, the niggas going to jail. Like, who? So do Latin kings and bloods not like each other, representing overall black and brown, and those who are completely doesn't? Um, there are always exceptions to the rule. We're not talking about the exceptions to the rule. We're talking about the rule. And for the most part, they avoid, even if they Latin King, if they go home to they mama and daddy, who would still tell them or don't understand why they hanging with them mayates, and they better not bring one home or marry him or have a baby with him. So, you know what I mean? Just because there's a big difference between association and being pro anti something, because they definitely pro anti, but just the rules of the world is you got to work and fuck with people. You got to. Period. Let me see what he say. Like, for example, in New York, the Latin Kings and the Bloods don't like each other, but when it comes to Black Panthers and Young Lords, are completely united. Well, I mean, fam, there's always going to be some outliers. There's always going to be some exceptions to the rule. But again, the rule is, as a culture, a la raza, that's light in the race. They're inherently anti-black. They want to breed the blackness out of their people. They hate. That's a self-hate. So you can't expect people who self-hate themselves to fuck with you. But a lot of us don't know that though. A lot of us ain't getting the memo. I'm glad all of this is coming out. I'm glad that officer said what she said. I like it when it's blatant and out in the open, because black people react a lot different when that. Boy, if we had Kamala Harris in office, niggas would still be asleep. We'd be fucked up. It'd be 50 million, 1,000 million immigrants here. They would turn this motherfucker to a third motherfucking world country with us on the bottom. That's what they're trying to do. And then people say, well, Trump's in office. Guess what the difference between Trump and Kamala is? That it just ain't us feeling it. With Trump in office, everybody get to feel that shit, and that's fine with me. That's fine with me. If we can't all be comfortable, we can all be equally uncomfortable. You can have a little bit of this too. That DEI that you thought was finna affect us affected you. That them food stamps and all them programs and shit you thought that was just, you're crying now. These gas prices, your stocks, you're crying now. We've been getting the short end of the stick. We know how to get around just fine. We out here with fans and shit. Where them fans at? Oh, where them fans at? But now you got motherfuckers talking about we need unity and shit. And this, that, and the third. Nah, we don't need no unity. It's y'all turn to figure out. It's y'all turn to march and get it together. That goes for everybody. We ain't doing shit. Not a damn thing. Let it go up in smoke. That's right. Equal discomfort, equal hell. We experienced it all along. Ain't no real it. Shit. What the fuck? We always been stifled, stammered, highest unemployment rate, blah 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 blah. Highest in the statistics of everything that's oppressive, everything that's detrimental to a people. Highest infant mortality. Come on. But you know what I find funny though? Just like the Latinos and YT people, they both got huge adversaries, but ain't got no smoke for them though. Listen, I didn't vote in the last couple. I ain't voted since Obama. I'm gonna keep that 1,000. Obama had me fucked up. I thought voting for the black man. See, I wasn't that woke yet. I ain't know about the tethers and their tether plot to put somebody who wasn't black American, that doesn't have the same gripe with the United States in office, so that he would inherently not do anything for the people who do. We didn't know that, but we found. Actually, I thank Obama for getting in there. If Obama didn't get in there, fam, I don't think we would have woke up like that. I don't see when it would have happened. Everything happened for a reason. Obama was the wake up. Cause he played in our goddamn face. Our hopes were so fucking high, like, man, we finally, man, it's finally, man, finally. And nope, I'm a tether. My dad's Kenyan and I was raised by my white grandmother. Fuck you niggas. Let me do this Blue Laws Matter bill. Let my DOJ not prosecute nobody that harms black people. George Zimmer, nobody. Nobody. Let them all go. Are the Brown wrong for uniting and uplifting their own people? It's illegal when they hire their own. No, not at all. But the point is that the government, in order for those people to survive, have been lifted up over us. How you gonna bring motherfuckers in from somewhere else that not even citizens and give them goodies, giveaways, and guarantees, handouts? How does a nigga that just got here 2 months ago got a fucking food truck? How? How does a nigga that just got here 2 months ago got an apartment, a crib, and a job and all? How? When you ain't doing that for the people that's here? Oh man, I don't want to hear that shit. Nobody's finna fucking gaslight us into not advocating for what the fuck y'all giving away to other people for us. We just supposed to sit back. That's what Black and Brown was about. See, you speaking from the point to that term. That's why Black and Brown, because it could be you. It's being used as we looking out for minority. We ain't minorities, nigga. We ain't the same. And hell yeah, we gonna be mad about people being elevated over us. Why wouldn't we be? The last thing on the list was a black president. That's back on the list post Obama. Right. And they tried to do it again with Kamala. Same play again. But Obama fucked it up for her. She tried to do exact same thing. And a lot of niggas still fell for it. Had they chucks and pearls and everything. Was thinking about washing their greens in the tub. They was smoking weed and listening to Tupac in college in 85. So when it comes to saying I'm going to do something exactly for black people, no. And she only did that because she thought black people had that low racial self-esteem, and she was gonna be able to tell them that she wasn't doing nothing for them, and they was still gonna vote for her, just like Biden. If you don't vote, if you ain't black, if you don't vote for me. All of these little instances, all of these little happenings lets me know that my people suffer from low racial self-esteem still, even right now. The congressional black talkers, the congressional coon caucus, and all of our black leadership right now is out here stomping hard in a motherfucker for illegal immigrants, and niggas are still backing them. Well, I would say not the grassroots. It's a lot of people who ain't, but the social media and the media, because they run the machine, they will have you thinking, but that's still working. That still has people on the train while demonizing us like we being xenophobic and we hating on everybody else. But nah, fuck everybody else. You get to this one first. Stop kicking this can down the road. We didn't kick this shit down the road for fucking decades now. He said, all right, they got Section 8. They got 3,000 worth of food stamps. Man, dude, they got way more than that in food stamps. Nigga, they was getting thousands in food stamps. That I did a story with a receipt. Nigga had 14,000 in balance on this shit. Thousands in cash. Nigga, they had it where you could just go on a little app, nigga, sign up, come over here, and once you get over here, all your shit's running. How they get a bank account? Without a social. Like, that type of shit alone will have me fucking mad. Thank you, fam. Man, I'm just telling the truth, fam. And if I got to put some seasoning some flavor in that shit and make a meal, then that's what it is. That's what we do over here on the Keep It P podcast. I got 4,500 episodes of this fucking good cooking. Yeah, put them niggas in 5-star hotels, gave them niggas Walmart and Pizza Hut vouchers and shit, cell phone stipends, all type of shit. Man, and that's why I don't listen, y'all. Once you get some racial self-esteem about yourself, then some of this shit that out in this world, like this materialism, like that shit really don't impress me. Like, you better have some fucking money as a white person, nigga. You better have some fucking money as a Mexican dude. They get you Asian person. You better have some money. They give y'all every fucking thing. If you don't, you fucking up and wasting the opportunities that you had, that you got afforded to you, the ones that we didn't get. So what, you got money, and you're still a buster and a sucker, and you use said money to buy the swag we got already. While we fought for civil rights, they were fighting for us to get. They still doing it. That's like, you didn't see the Asian community come out on them one Asians for fighting for the college admissions and shit. You didn't see the Asian community condemning they people for getting rid of affirmative action. Migrants here in NYC was buying RV homes and mopeds, shooting people and getting thousands. Man, come on. We didn't seen it, man. We didn't seen it. So I don't want to fucking hear ain't no money, god damn it, for us and what the fuck y'all owe, because you owe. And it's gonna get paid. Anybody that's a naysayer ain't FBA. I can't see anybody that's FBA that would have a problem with black people getting theirs. Now I can see a whole bunch of immigrants and people in diaspora, including YT people, getting mad because black people won't be on the bottom no more. Even though that's a myth too. Nigga, we ain't on the bottom. Nigga, we got shit and do shit and survive and thrive despite. That's why everybody's so mad. That's why everybody's so fucking jealous. That's really what it is. That's really what it comes down to, is jealousy. Is that everybody walking around here like little bitches for white people, and we not. And we not. And they don't understand. They don't understand how we do it. How we stick a middle finger to that shit and still thrive and survive. Nigga done figured out how to get it in this system. Latinos were next to black unity on the civil rights. No, come on, fam. No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. Don't you know about LULAC, nigga, in the 1930s, nigga, that specifically said we don't want to, we don't want to join with the black man. Let the black man handle their own issues, nigga. Mexican people, Latinos fought to be white, nigga. What are you talking about? When they start coming over here, they was classified as others. They went to the Supreme Court and said, "No, don't treat us like them others. Make us white too." All Mexican people, and they all put white on their shit. What are you talking about? All of them. They're not putting black. What are you talking about? Yeah, but self-esteem, aka self-respect, has to be nurtured and then developed. You have to get self-esteem from the door. I'm not trying to be the smartest person, but that's core to early life. I definitely I bet you I taught my kids racial self-esteem and how to notice microaggressions and when they ain't getting treated fairly. I you know my my mom was way more pro-black than my dad was, I would say. Um, you know, not to say he was a coon or anything, but he did what he had to do to get through the system and shit. But like those type of conversations about society and this that. I wasn't taught that. I had to learn that shit on my own, and that comes through experiencing these racial traumas. And some people is just cool with it, like that's the way it is. But you don't have to take that shit. Hold your own cojones. Hold your own, fam. We ain't doing that around cheer, homeboy. We ain't doing it. That's the problem, man. We done been so passive and so welcoming to everybody, and everybody just got used to us being the pushover black people, and not even necessarily pushover. We were so concentrated on our own shit that we was blind to what everybody else is doing, even behind our back. And I mean, we knew what it was, but we had that mentality like, well, it's not everybody, you know what I'm saying? Most people was not cool. And I think it's only coming out right now so much because one, because we pushing back. But before we started pushing back, I think the pushback got stronger because everybody started to get so blatant with it. Niggas kept poking the bear. With Obama, with social media, motherfuckers start speaking out. Akata this, that, and the black people this, y'all, baby mamas, Jordan. Nigga, have you looked at your homeland, nigga? Yeah, motherfuckers made us do this. I don't feel guilty for it at all. I've been compelled to speak about this. These are the thoughts that run through my mind. That's the reason why I'm able to get on here and articulate this shit through passion. I've been called to talk about this real shit, y'all. But I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. This one went longer than I thought. I thought I was finna just get in and do a little 40-minute joint. He said it was the man in my life that taught me strength and blackness and understanding the self. That's what's up. Hell motherfucking yeah. Yeah, that's what I teach my daughters. I got 3 of them. And my oldest daughter, she like Malcolm Shabazz Warner. Boy, she be on it. Afro, big afro and all. Like, my kids make me proud with that shit. They don't, even though my little one is really into this. Here goes an example. My little one is into this anime shit and this K-pop and shit like that, and idolizing Korea. And I had to bust her down and let her know, like, first of all, the music that you like ain't nothing but old '90s R&B. And I had to play her some. I found a video where they had the side by sides with the Asian joint and the black joint that they copied. And then I had to show her some online videos of how Asian people talk about black people. Then I had to show her online how over in Asia, like, they put curls in their hair just to get like dreads and shit like that. And I was like, listen, you are the one. Don't idolize the carbon copy. You know what I'm saying? Because you the blueprint. Like, just little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Uh oh, that's all love, fam. All love. I appreciate it. Look, so they FBI gang, uh FBI gang stalker. They the black emojis with love, they blanked that out. I guess you can't show black love on the internet, I guess. It's funny how they stifle and mess with these with channels with people who be speaking that rawness. You dig what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out the door for sure. Y'all already know I'm gonna have to charge again tonight after I run my battery down. So I'm gonna tap back in tonight with another topic. Make sure y'all hit the bell for notifications so you notified every time I go live. Make sure you subscribe to not only this channel, but Von Savage Media, J Lava, and Keep It P Podcast. Because I would be going live on the other channel right now, but they got that. I got a warning for a video that I did 3 years ago with a picture of a hat. They said it was violence. Like, so I know election season's coming up and they finna start fucking with the channel. They start doing it a little early. So I know that shit's coming. Oh, this one's gonna be. Oh, it's definitely uploaded. It's definitely going up. It'll be on the side by side for sure. I appreciate that, fam. Just cooking like I do. I know they suppress these joints anyway, so I appreciate y'all putting the likes and all of that shit on there. That brings people in the dizzo. Yeah, they always on us, fam. Every time, man, I've been, fam. If I was talking about frivolous nigga bullshit, then my channel will be a lot further. But as soon as I decided to start talking about black shit, they start suppressing like Charleston White, like he dropped some game on a podcast the other day too. He was talking about the fact that how they put us in a black bucket and they suppress our channels and shit like that, man. But before I go, y'all got any questions, any concerns, anything I ain't bring up? Anybody want to challenge me on any of these topics? Might as well go ahead and hit me a little something before I get on up out of here. Is y'all like me? I these like my little roaches that I be having in my car. Sometimes when I want to, I put them out long. So sometimes when I don't want to roll one, I can just grab one and make sure y'all get them likes up, man. I see a bunch of y'all up in here. Make sure y'all get them likes up, fam. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. I'm always open for suggestions and all that. Follow me on all my platforms too. I'm J Lava on Facebook. It's Keep It P Podcast on Facebook. It's Keep It P Podcast on Instagram. It's Keep It P Podcast on X. Cause them the only places we be. We really don't even fuck with the Instagram like that. Are you Eastside Compton, fam? I had a chance to visit Compton, man. When I went to Compton, I did all the tourist shit, nigga. I rode past the Compton sign and all that. Yeah, I went to watch to see the little metal joint. I even went down to Long Beach, man, to see 21 Street, 21 in Lewis. Just shit that I was hearing on songs. Like, I even went to a couple of DJ Quick spots too. Spruce. Hold on, what did he say in the song? Because that's where I went to. And he said, damn, what's the address? Because now I can't think about it. Hold on, I went where Quick said. He said 201 Browning. I went to my Browning. He said Browning. I was just rolling. I was there for like about a week. And man, my family had fucking fun in Cali, man. I appreciate Cali. Cali was dope to me. I want to live there actually. And that's probably where I'm gonna move one of these days. All right, yeah, it's 6:30 right now. My car probably won't be dead until about like 2 in the morning, depending upon how I drive. But whenever it do, I'm gonna definitely have another time to go in, and I'm gonna go in. Let me air the car out because I don't want to smell like weed. Everybody ain't cool with the weed. This right here, if you get this right here, and clear that shit right out. Give it a couple toots. Give it a couple tooties. I hate ending lives. He said George Bush is from Compton. I didn't know that. I hate ending lives, man. I love chopping it up with the fam. I love chopping it up with my peoples, man. Whenever I get a second. Smoking on that fire. Oh, look, I found another one. Let me hit this one real quick, too. Let me hit this one real quick, too. This is something I gotta learn. I gotta, It ain't nothing wrong with. He said, right. I heard George Bush was from Compton. Yeah, that I didn't even know that. Y'all schooling me. Said I didn't know. Yeah, I went to the Watchtower for sure. Uh hey, I'm to the point where it's like head up, Van Ness headed for the west. Everything is straight. Slow down for the dip on 108 and keep mashing. Don't drink and drive to keep the foe from crash. Boy, I went to Figueroa. Nigga, I rolled through motherfucking Skid Row, nigga. I was every goddamn where, nigga. I wanted to see all that shit. Cali is dope to me. I might not agree with a lot of their policies and shit like that, and it's probably, if not the most racist place in the country. That's why they done pushed all the black people out the motherfucker. But how can they not? They got Mexican Latino leadership that's actively working against the black people. So, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna shut it. Let me go ahead and get my mind right because I gotta do this. I gotta deal with people, which is I always have fun when I drive. I really don't have any bad energy or any fucked up people. I did have somebody pee in my car the other day. Maybe I might talk about that. I had to get my shit. Nigga pissed on himself in my goddamn car, man. You did. Any of y'all smoke? It was just 420 the other day. I didn't even give a fuck about 420, nigga. It's 420 for me every day. He said, again, wasn't the whole the civil rights movement about wanting to be able to be in white schools, places, and government systems? No, that's not what it was about. What it was about was they wasn't sharing the same resources with the black community that they was with the whites, as far as like school and books and taxes and shit like that, because of redlining and this, that, and the third. So they was fighting for equal treatment. They thought if they immigrated, if we where you at, then we get the equal treatment. That's what it was really about. It really wasn't about wanting to eat that nasty ass food and shit like that. Nah. Remember Ruby Bridges? Like, she wanted to go to, they had the big old thing with the National Guard in the school and shit. She was just trying to go to school, fam. She was trying to get a good education because they was stifling the education in the black community. Nah, that wasn't about no getting close to motherfuckers. And like Martin Luther King said, you know what I'm saying? In hindsight, he felt like he was integrating his people into a burning house, which he actually did, because that decimated our businesses and our belongings in the black community, the unity that we had, that we was forced to have because of segregation and all those other things. Yeah, same dirt, different. Yeah, equality. That's all we wanted. We wanted to treat niggas equal. The shit we fought for and Tethers ran from. That's what we did. Let nigga call me saved. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, we was slaves, but we came about that. Not only did we came out that, we made motherfuckers treat us right, and continue to this day to make motherfuckers treat us right. But y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. Y'all know nothing about that. That's why niggas is jealous. There's great pride in that. What the fuck are you talking about? Don't let nobody shame you. You can't shame me, fam. What the fuck is wrong with you? Alright. Yes, sir. By the way, did I tell y'all I was fly? Did I tell y'all that? Did I tell y'all I'm feeling, I don't really like blue, but I like when I wear it. And I've been like looking for certain little true pieces. This one got like a big old True Religion on the back. So like when you get True Religion, it's usually just like the patch right here, but the back is dope. It's got a big old blue back to match the hat and shit like that. You know what I mean? I gotta be fly out here in these streets. I don't know, yeah. Gotta do that. I've been that since I was a kid. That's just something Northside Minneapolis is known for. We gonna put that shit on. You gonna put it on in Minneapolis. If you don't, they talking about. Now, look, I'm talking about. I got clothes. This is how much I love that brand, y'all. I'm talking about. I got clothes in the back. I be shopping constantly. Look at this one. I got a new one. You see this one with the shit on the back? Ooh, look at that. Ooh, you see that? You see that? I got that because I was thinking about this belt when I grabbed it. I'm like, ooh, that'll go good with that belt. You know what I'm saying? It's a little addiction. I don't know if y'all got addictions to things, but mine's is clothes. And I'm talking about I just went and snatched him today. God damn it. I don't know about y'all, but I like to stay fresh. So, yeah, resistance is in our blood. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know. Should I go these or hold on? Or should I go? Hold on, my other Jones. These is my Mavericks right here, though. These are the Maverick joints. Uh-oh. But see, when I wear these, I can't have no hat on. You know what I'm saying? I gotta wear these without no hat. I don't. I think a hat and these don't look good because they're bigger glasses. Like if I want to wear glasses, I gotta wear these. These more like hat glasses to me. I don't know, but I'm talking about. I was even feeling this color blue today. Matter of fact, let me. Wow, smelling all like tree for reefers. Yeah, I got this is that Forever True. Mmm. This is my favorite though. I'll be wearing this motherfucker out though. I'm gonna stop wearing that. He said that's not the truth because everyone that civil rights movement was all about being able to access a joint and be able to enjoy everything white people, not about creating your own system. No, it was just getting equality under the system that actually exists. You said the Mavericks is nice. Yeah, I like them Jones. Um, that was fighting for equality under the system that exists. And we wasn't fighting to say no, we don't want to own nothing no more. That was just an effect of it. You know what I'm saying? That just was a consequence that, in an attempt to get equality, that we would diminish the quality of our own. We didn't know that was gonna happen like that. We didn't know that was gonna happen like that. Oh, I got the watch too. Nigga, I'm talking about I be true religion down. I got another watch coming too, another true watch. Ooh, it's so cold. He said, "Your equal opportunity in the whites, not creating your own system." Yeah, I mean, we've been creating our own systems. When we created our own systems, white people got jealous and tore them shits down because we was moving and grooving like we was supposed to. So we've been there and done that. That's why I don't be hearing no goddamn immigrant talking about they come over here doing better than us. Cause y'all ain't built no towns outside of colonization that ain't been colonized. If that makes sense. They just got colonized and that was just that. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I needed that man, Las Vegas will make your lips dry as a motherfucker. Dry than a motherfucker, baby. Yeah. But anyway, you know, I'm finna go be the cool ass Uber dude that I be. You know what I'm saying? Sun's still out on the west coast. Finna get to this motherfucking bread. Again, I appreciate y'all from the bottom for listening to what the fuck I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got channels or whatever, drop them shits and shit. I come fuck with y'all shit. I get to go back to the analytics and see who did what. Not matter of fact, I gotta follow you too. There's a few people on here that I gotta follow back and shit. And thank you, boo. I appreciate you tapping in. Uh, Lilani, LA. That's right. If I said that right. Anyway, that's it, man. Matter of fact, where you from, man? Talking all that. Who that? What shit? What's your name? Be active. Beat active. You make beats. Beat active. You make beats, bro? Huh? You a beat maker? Huh? Huh? That's you. In fact, oh, you know what? I got my tablet, y'all. And you know what? The sole reason I got my y'all want to take some Uber rides with me? Cause I can turn the shit on with my tablet. Y'all want to take some Uber rides with me? He said, "What system has FBA created that after civil rights? The system of actually getting them? What are you talking about? Because the only thing that has happened was FBA to be able to access, join, and enjoy stay in white people's system." Um, so that's to say that after the civil rights movement, black people ain't created no businesses or institutions or anything like that because we have a whole bunch of them. Even just going back recently, let's talk about Tariq. Here we go, a sole individual who was able to create a FBA institution, a museum to commemorate our ancestors. We still doing that. We're doing that right now. Even he ain't done it yet, and I don't fuck with him at all. But the notion was good. Even Dr. Umar trying to do an institution. Maybe I, I try not to disparage people in this, that, and the thing, but we've been creating shit, sir. Hip hop. There you go. Thank you, Hans. I appreciate you. But I was just trying to speak on you know what I'm saying? Like, not even so much, even, I mean, definitely collectively, we there's so many institutions we can't even name, foundations, that kind of thing. But even the spirit individually, I'm creating a media conglomerate right now. I'm creating a media conglomerate right now. Could it be said that I'm using YouTube and other platforms to do it? Yeah, that's how it got to be done. You know, it's up to us to fund the things that we want. You know what I'm saying? To see things to go the way we want them to go. Put your money where your mouth is. Be the change that you want to see. What are you doing? You know, I could even respect, getting yourself together so that you can be an asset to your family and the people that depend on you. That's a part of getting it together too. Man, Hans, man, but see, I understand you educating the brother, right? But I just be sometimes I be speaking on even on a lower level. Like, he's saying, name at least one FBA solely created owned institution that all Black Americans enjoy. Well, if everybody make a pilgrimage to it, like you do the African American Museum in Washington, why can't every Black American should be able to enjoy the museum? I even put money on the goddamn museum. I've been there. Matter of fact, I think I'm going again. Uh, there's a fucking comedy show or something coming up. I'm about to go to that. But that's even on a small scale. Bro, there's so many organizations and foundations, and that's an asinine question, man. That's just to even assume that like we don't, and see, I guess that's a part of the thinking, like just like we just don't got shit. How, Sway? How? How do you think everybody else out of all of the places to go in the world, the UK, Australia, blah 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 blah, they all want to come up under us? Why do you think that is? How we don't benefit from how we benefit a great deal from that. One, because it inspires other individuals with means to do the same thing. So that's inspiration in itself. It's a testament to a person grabbing the respect of his community, and the community respecting the person and believing he didn't put the money up by himself. Cuz raised $1 million in a month to get that. The people pay for that. So obviously, FBA benefited from it because FBA paid for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's keep it real. The Hidden Color 6 movie that he just put out, an informational documentary film for FBAs, just funded that, $250,000. I put 10 on that. Because I think that information is important, and I think people need to hear it. I can use one person, for example, on all of that. One person. And we ain't talking about the countless others just like him. Do I know what an economical installation is? In terms of what? Being detrimental, or in terms of aid? I mean, it could be either way. It could be helpful or harmful. That was just one example. Which refutes what you're talking about, because if it could be done on an individual level, economical institution, there's black banks. There's 7 of them. Me and my partner got a account at one of them. And even if it's not a bank in the traditional source, in the traditional sense, our culture has made it possible for us to benefit from each other. Like, in essence, street culture funded the music business. That didn't involve banks. That's what I'm saying. I don't let you know, when people get to saying that. First of all, I know where you're coming from. You're coming from a place of you ain't trying to understand. You like one of them contrary to be contraries, and that's cool. I mean, we just dialoguing, but I know when people is being disingenuous as well too. We got plenty of. I mean, if you don't know about the financial institutions, that they said so. One or two banks or so-called museums is one or two places benefit all Black Americans. I mean, even the way that you're framing the question, it's it's a. I'm trying to think about what fallacy that is, because I think it's a red herring, because to say benefit all Black people is subjective, because it is subjective to what actually benefits all Black people. Because what you think may be a benefit to Black people may not be a benefit to some people. Not everybody's going to see the same thing as a benefit. People might not even see. There's people that don't even see Tariq's museum as a benefit. So that don't even make sense. It's the framing of the question is flawed from the beginning, because it is to assume that uh, all Black people find interest in the same things, and we don't, because we're not a monolith. Which is the reason why you got Black Republicans, Black Democrats, Black Muslims, Black Christians, Hebrew Israelites, gods and earths, like non-believers, spiritual people. So I think that's a red herring, if I'm not mistaken, or non sequitur. I think it almost I think it falls up under non sequitur, but I'd have to double check my research. He says, because my question was what institution was built for all Black Americans, not a few Black Americans. Well, again, I mean, if we're going there, I take one for example, the NAACP. That's supposed to be for all Black Americans, but some of us don't see it as a benefit because they also uh, fight for illegals and shit like that. And then if you're speaking about in terms of um, let me see what other NAACP, the Urban League that was created by Black Americans. Um, let me think about some of these names now. Now that you got me thinking, because there's a whole bunch of what the fuck is that? Hmm. I mean, that's just two off the top that are major national nationwide institutions created specifically for the what we thought was the benefit of Black people, but even that National Alliance of Colored People, it was that was flawed from the beginning. I don't know. You know what? You might got a point there, because even when you speak in terms of um, the HBCUs, which were probably created by Black people, but ultimately funded and brought into fruition by white donors and that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, you might got a point there. You might got a point, because I keep finding it. I mean, I'm sure that there's individual, probably community organizations that's created by Black people, but even if you want to get technical, if they fall under 501c, you know what I'm saying, then they kind of created by the government, because they're kind of limited in what they can and can't do. But again, even with the point that you're trying to make, even if there's nothing created specifically to benefit us, we still getting benefits out of whatever the fuck we want. and ain't stopping till it is. The fight ain't over yet. That what you think the fight for reparations is about? To quell all of that shit. That's that. There we go. There go one thing that's created by FBA that ain't got foiled yet by the grassroots. Give us our goddamn money. That's what's happening right now. Give us our motherfucking chips. That's a grassroots effort that we desperately trying not to have co-opted. That we demanding, not asking for anymore. Because it's going to come down to it. It's going to come down to it. And they know what it is. And we know what it is too. What's already known ain't got to be spoke about. But shit'll come to a head. They said that about slavery. They said that about the civil rights. They said that about Jim Crow. They said that about everything that we done fought for already. Nobody wanted to give us shit. So this ain't nothing new. We gonna get it. Let's just say this. Can you go right now in your city or town to an FBA institution that was created and is being paid by every those specific terms? Probably yes. I mean, it depends on your loose description of an institution. Because businesses are institutions. And I'm sure there's a bunch of black businesses on different magnitudes over a whole array of different services and products. So yeah, business is an institution. If you take it to the level of an institution like an award-winning giving institution, I'm sure, yeah, we got our own, like the BET Awards. That's an institution. In those type of terms, we got scholarship funds. The National Negro College Fund. We got it's a bunch of shit that's specifically for us that we do for us. Yeah, it just depends on what your exact terms is. If you're talking about like a club or a fraternity or some shit, probably yes, biker club, yes. I know several. I know 5 places. I know 5 institutions in Las Vegas, black owned, funded by black people, nothing but blackity black right now. When I think about it, 5 of them, and they're institutions because this ain't their only chapter, and they got brotherhoods all across the country. I had the honor and the privilege of documenting and recording Kenny Red, who founded No Rules, No Dues, a biker club that's got chapters all over the country. Blackity black. I ain't never even seen nobody. Well, in the chapters that I see, I ain't seen nobody black. But even in the other chapters, I think they was kind of like Puerto Rican or some shit like that or something like that. But not even like Latino or nothing. It was not. Anyway, that doesn't even make sense. The point is, I went to the annual down in fucking Arizona, and you know what I saw? I saw hundreds of black institutions, black bike chapters that's been going on for decades. We do benefit off of them. They're always doing shit for the community. They're always giving back, paying for funerals and all that. I documented it. There's a strong black. I was new to it coming from Minnesota. Really, I mean, I knew about the Midnight Riders in Minnesota, but I was too young to kind of get into it. But when I moved down here, shit, I didn't know it was so many unified brothers all across the country, moving towards goals, really doing shit. Shit, that annual in Arizona with everybody from all across the country, boy, it was thousands of black men and women there with not a lick of drama in sight. Matter of fact, when we seen some drama, it was systematically worked out. Like they had to go, they talked it out, walked it out, man, that shit was beautiful to see. So there are institutions that are funded that are black, and all black people can benefit off of them. But again, benefit off of it is subjective. There's other institutions that benefit people in other different ways. So not every institution is going to benefit each other the same way. So I think that's impossible. I think what you even asking for is impossible. I think that don't even exist. But anyway, damn, I done talked y'all niggas to the sun going down. We've been on this map for 2 hours and 20 minutes, man. I don't even need sunglasses no more. It ain't even that goddamn bright outside, man. Let me go ahead, get on up out of here and get this paper. You a good person, and I don't get nothing against you because you a good person. I'm just want to be real about our true history and come to a simple rights and what it was about. And yeah, no, I get that. No, I don't have any ill will or ill feelings towards you, fam. Like, no, we just dialoguing. I mean, you making me think. But then I would also throw this back on you too, as a person who is contributing to the movement in the way that I can with dissemination of information. Is that one of your goals? To make an institution? To start that institution? Because we need somebody to do it. And it seems like you have a very strong conviction about it. Would that be you? You know, is that on your long-term goals? Is that something you want to do? Because it sounds like you the man to do it. Since you saw the need and you pointed it out and you can eloquently describe the issue, then you could diligently working on coming on up with that solution. You under dig? Just a thought, you know what I'm saying? But let me go ahead, man. I gotta get to this paper, dog. I gotta get to this paper, man. I need some paper. I'm right now. Again, love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out the door, have a show. You already know. Yickety!